Manga-Waido.
I'm a former Yakuza, named Togo Amano. I work as a jack of all trades. I do anything that needs doing. Yeah, man. 1 soy sauce ramen noodles.
Oh, hey, Togo. Been a while, hasn't it?
This is a local ramen shop that I often frequent. Whenever I have a job nearby, I always stop in for lunch here. I'm pretty friendly with the owner, Mr. Kawai.
You doing some sort of work around here today?
Yeah, I got this job looking for a lost cat. I haven't been here for a while. Different kind of clientele recently. I looked around the shop and noticed there were a lot of young people here. A while back, there were mostly office workers or older folks eating here.
This place is so 70s retro.
Yeah, the old-timey look is awesome. Get some pics of the place, man! Yeah, it happened kinda suddenly. Bunch of younger kids started coming here.
Well, at least you have an increase in customers, huh?
Yeah, but it's not all that great actually.
Apparently, according to Mr. Kawai, the younger kids are sort of boisterous, so the usual crowd stopped coming.
I put up signs that say, no photos, but they just ignore them and take photos of the place. Hey, miss! Can't you see the sign? No photos!
Oh, yeah, sure thing, sorry.
They just ignore me.
When was it that they started coming?
I guess in the first week of last month, I guess.
Listening to the customers, I heard them saying they snapped photos and put them up on social media.
What was the hashtag?
This one right here?
Oh yeah, that's so funny.
They're saying something about social media. You know what they're talking about?
Yeah. One guy said the shop was in a blog, and another said some stuff was on Twitter, or is it X now?
Do you know what the account is?
No, sorry. I don't know much about all this internet stuff, so didn't ask.
Well, these young folks are getting their info somewhere on the net. I'll do a little checking.
You sure about this?
Yeah, it's nothing. I'll check on the internet later. No need to pay me, by the way.
Thanks, Togo. The lunch is on me. Have anything you want.
Oh yeah? Well, if you insist, I'll have the sukemen. Once I got back, I did a quick check on my PC. Oh, I see. This is all from some ramen critic who writes about various ramen shops in the city. There was a blog called Mori Mori Ramen Diary, and in it, I found Mr. Kawai's shop. What the hell? The guy's really giving the old man bad reviews. The next day, I stopped in at Mr. Kawai's shop. It seems this blog is your problem, Mr. Kawai.
What is this? The place is a dump and the ramen is pretty awful? That's what they've been writing?
There was a hashtag for Taste Worst Ramen on Twitter.
Oh boy, what are kids thinking these days?
It seems kids come here out of curiosity to check out if it really tastes that bad.
Wish I could find out who the blogger is. I'm not saying I want money from the guy, but at least get him to delete this stuff.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Mr. Kawai. None of your regular customers are here today either.
They haven't shown up for a while. With these pleasure seekers crowding the place, most just stay away.
Don't these people have any sense of decency, for God's sake? I mean, your ramen isn't gonna win any awards, but it ain't bad either.
You don't think it's that great, huh?
Right. Sorry about that. Didn't mean anything by it. But why is this guy pushing this?
Come to think of it, the guy writing this blog just may be this guy I met once.
Huh? You know the guy?
Not personally, but yeah. Sometime back, a guy saying he was a food critic said if I showed some gratitude towards him, he would write up a good review of my shop. I was really busy at the time, and I wasn't sure what he meant by gratitude, so I just told him to do what he wanted.
Oh yeah? Sounds like he wanted money in exchange for a good review.
Seriously? So you're saying this is all revenge for not paying?
Looks that way to me. It's true we have to find the guy and put a stop to this.
Hey Togo, find this guy, would ya? I'll pay you for the trouble.
Sure thing, Mr. Kawai. Leave it to me. I immediately started to do some research on this so-called ramen critic. Oh, here it is. Says he's coming around this area to review several ramen shops. Great. I'll stake out the place. This blogger made it easy for me by uploading his schedule, so I searched the area where he might be. I entered one ramen shop that I was pretty certain he would visit. I'm ready for you, buddy. Come on in. I ordered and ate slowly as I waited for the guy to come in. Oh my god, this is super delicious! 10 times better than Mr. Kawai's! Oh crap, it was so good I finished it! I can't sit here for too much longer. Maybe I'll talk to the owner about why I'm here. Hey buddy, I'm here about this guy who writes about ramen. I was about to explain my situation to the owner when he suddenly got all upset.
I thought you looked kinda suspicious looking all nervous and all. You're that so-called ramen critic who's trash-talking my place!
No, I'm just...
This is all your fault, buddy! My business dropped because of you! Delete that damn blog right this second and apologize!
Hold on, man. Relax for a second, would ya?
You relax, you fake ramen critic! You've gone too far, buddy!
What I'm trying to tell you is that I'm a private investigator that's trying to find this ramen critic that you're so pissed about. Well, gotta give the guy a break. He's probably losing business because of this, but he's actually a nice guy. I was finally able to calm him down and then explain the situation to him. I handed him my business card.
Oh yeah, I see. Sorry about that.
He seemed sincere.
The name's Onoda. I heard from a friend about this guy who had bleached blonde hair and wore dark glasses. So I thought you were the guy.
Seriously? That's a great lead. I can work with that. What I've found out so far, this reputed ramen critic is causing all kinds of problems for people around here.
Yeah. Another buddy of mine was threatened with a scathing review on his blog site if he didn't pay him. Well, he ignored the guy, and he got trashed.
Seems he's doing the same to a friend of mine. Hey, if this guy shows up, give me a call. I'll get over here ASAP.
Thanks, man. That would be great. I'll be sure to call you.
The guy didn't show up that day, so I left and walked around the area talking to various people trying to get a lead. Where'd that little weasel go? Several days after I started my investigation, Mr. Onoda suddenly contacted me. I rushed over there immediately to find a fat, dyed-hair guy with sunglasses in the shop. He does look a little like me, I guess. The guy was quarreling with Mr. Onoda, the store owner.
You're no ramen critic! You're just after the money! This is just a shakedown! This is a legitimate critique! I treat everyone equally! We all know that you're shaking down people for money! Delete that darn blog and your negative reviews!
Relax now, Mr. Onoda.
Mr. Togo?
So you're this so-called ramen critic. What's this about you causing a lot of grief for these people? This won't stand. A little while later, Mr. Kawai showed up. I contacted him earlier. He and Mr. Onoda confronted this guy.
You, sir. If you don't cease this charade, we're going to sue you for defamation. You ready for that, buddy? Defamation? What are you guys talking about? All I did was write the truth. What the hell do you mean, truth? It's all BS! You uploaded a menu from my buddy's shop! His shop doesn't even serve the stuff in that menu! Well, I must have just got the photos mixed up. If you don't delete that blog right this second, we're going to call the police for disrupting our business. Some of us have already retained a lawyer, so you better do as you're told, buddy.
That goes for me, too. What do you say, Mr. Ramen Critic?
Yeah, well...
Once the guy, who called himself Morita, heard the words police and lawyer, he took out his laptop and immediately deleted the reviews on his blog.
Okay, there, deleted. Now are you satisfied?
Not so fast, buddy. You still got those negative reviews you made on those other stores. Delete those too.
Why go so far? This is not your concern.
I do this for a living. When I was doing the rounds and talking with shop owners, I got a lot of info on you.
This is a free country. I'm allowed to say and write anything I want.
Write anything, huh? Even flat out lies? Give me a break, buddy. You know what would happen to you if all the shop owners got together and sued your sorry ass, right?
Yeah, well,
He finally opened his laptop and deleted all the negative reviews he had written in his blog.
Okay, there. Content now, mister?
Yeah, for now at least.
Just don't do stuff like this anymore. You got that, buddy? I'm not finished with what you did to my buddy's place. This is not over.
Yeah, you better straighten that out too. Just take responsibility for what you did. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, whatever. Well, I'm never coming to the shop, that's for sure.
With that, he slammed the door behind him and left.
Mr. Togo, thanks so much for your help. Yeah, can't thank you enough, Mr. Togo. I just hope all my regular customers come back. Don't know what's gonna happen. Are you having trouble at the shop? Yeah, with this negative review and the young folks coming to the shop, my regular customers stopped coming. Well, if there's anything I can do to help, just holler. I'll help out if I can. We ramen guys gotta stick together. Thanks so much, Mr. Onoda! Please stop in at my shop. Sure would welcome your advice. You got it.
The following day, I was at Mr. Kawai's place having a bowl of piping hot ramen when...
Hey! Anybody home? Mr. Onoda! Welcome! Come on in!
Oh, you invited him over?
Yeah, my regular customers haven't returned, so I thought maybe he could give me some good advice. I mean, Mr. Onoda's place is pretty popular. Gotta say, not to be disrespectful, but you're right. The place is empty. Yeah, well, not much of a place compared to yours. I don't think my ramen is as bad as that guy Morita says, but it's not really anything special. I see. Okay then. Why don't I try out your basic bowl of ramen then? Gotta taste it first, right? You got it! So what do you think, Mr. Onoda? Yeah, well, it's okay, but a bit bland.
Yeah, I agree. It tastes okay, but it's not delicious. There's no punch to it. Something's missing.
Yeah, well, I've just been using the same ingredients and recipe handed down from my parents. Maybe I should have experimented more. Should we add more topping? Or maybe it's the soup?
Mr. Onoda suggested all kinds of options, but there wasn't anything concrete.
I'm so sorry to have you brood over my problem. Oh yeah! Try my fried rice too, on the house. Yeah, that sounds great.
After a while, Mr. Kawai served his fried rice. Nobody at the time thought this tiny gesture would change things forever.
What the hell? Is something the matter? Holy smokes! This fried rice is super delicious!
Whoa! This is great! How'd you make this? Mr. Kawai, this fried rice is out of this world delicious!
Huh? Seriously? I just used my dad's old recipe is all! Every grain of rice has a distinct flavor, and the slices of pork, the best I've ever tasted!
I've only tried your ramen before. Mr. Kawai, this fried rice is mouth-watering!
Thanks so much! I've eaten this since I was a kid, so I guess I just got used to it. I'm so grateful you like it. The ingredients may be good, but it's your cooking skill that makes it delicious, Mr. Kawai. Hey, why don't you make this your main dish? Customers would flock here to eat this. Huh? Make fried rice my main dish? Yeah, your ramen's plain, but this fried rice? This is the real deal.
That's right! Make this the main dish on your menu, and serve ramen as a side order!
Yeah, okay. If you guys insist. I'll give it a go.
Mr. Kawai changed the menu inside his shop and on the sign outside, highlighting fried rice as the main dish. And as a result, customers gradually increased. The fried rice was a hit with the high school students, and gradually, families started coming in. Most of them started coming on a regular basis. Mr. Onoda also helped by uploading store info on social media like, found the best fried rice in town, kind of thing, and got the ball rolling. After 2 months or so, there were even lines outside to get in. Oh my god, that's really something. There's a line outside the shop today too. Just when I was awed by the sight of the long line, what the hell? What the hell are you doing here, Weasel? Oh no, you again? You to write some negative review or swindle money out of the guy?
No, I was just in the neighborhood and saw this. What's with the line? Why so crowded?
Seems the guy wasn't aware that Mr. Kawai's fried rice was a super hit. Well, that's the lowdown. Thanks to you, the shop is the most popular place in the neighborhood. Mr. Kawai was very grateful to you. Morita didn't seem too happy. He just sort of snickered and took off running. I later learned that this guy Morita had given a negative review of some shop that was actually very delicious on social media. People soon learned about him. A ramen critic that was shaking down shop owners. How pathetic. That sort of stuff. There were countless people calling the guy out, and eventually, he wasn't even able to come into any of the shops he visited. He was eventually sued by the Restaurant Association for false claims, and he was no longer able to continue. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. As for Mr. Kawai's shop, it was doing great business, and the other shops too gradually regained their former business.
Oh hey, Mr. Togo. The usual fried rice, okay?
Yeah, and also a side order of your ramen. I've been eating it for so long, I've grown to like that plain taste.
Oh yeah? I'll add a boiled egg on there, free of charge.
Seriously? Thanks! I just love this shop. I hope it continues to do brisk business for a long time to come.